Check, check. Yo, I'm gonna turn myself up a little bit. I see my levels look low. All right, this is DJ only crap. All right. Check, volumes move up. Yo, Ryzy, give me a little mic check right quick.
Check, check.
Oh, you sound good. Yeah, your levels looking right in my channels. I'm gonna turn myself up a little bit, turn myself down in the thing so I get less reverb. All right, check, check. Yeah, it's DJL7. Yo, so honestly, I got a hype guest today. My boy Ryzy's in the house. I'm a fan of his content, his editing, stuff like that. Actually, I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Go ahead, say what's up to my audience.
Hi.
Yeah, okay. So Ryzy, tell me, what's your? I saw you at a YouTube show. What's it all about, man?
It's like politics.
Oh, it is a political show. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you're, do you have a certain like in the? I did a reaction to a video, some stuff that I watched, and I was guessing that you were a right winger. Would you classify yourself in that way, or are
No,
you?
no, no, no. Those videos were like ironic.
I thought that was possible. Okay, but I
But,
wasn't sure. Glad to hear it for myself.
but
So
like it
tell
was
me,
just
what are your
those
politics?
specific ones. Most of my videos aren't though.
Okay, wait a second. I've got to plug in my headphones right now. Yeah. So are you actually socialist, capitalist? Do you have any particular thoughts on that?
Yes.
Okay, so
Far
what are your politics?
far leftist.
Okay, would you say that you're actually maybe a socialist or a communist?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. Are you one of these Marxist Leninists?
Nah, I would Marxism Leninism is too authoritarian.
Okay. So I like that too. I'm personally kind of more on the libertarian angle myself, right? So what made you choose this style of I'd say that normally they say we're in capitalism, they say, oh, US number one crap in the world. I'm sorry my generation let you down, man. This is the first generation to make less than their parents, first generation to have short lifespan. Anybody who looks down on the new generation needs to look at themselves and see where to point the finger. That's my opinion. But how'd you come to this particular, you know, socialist way of thought or whatever, far left?
Like the way YouTube's algorithm works is like I don't understand it at all. Literally, I get recommended. I used to watch basically like exclusively, like shit post videos, and I somehow just found a bunch of like politics stuff.
Okay. So the thing is that you in your references you reference like the woke left, things like that, right? Do you feel like there is some are you like kind of a woke person yourself, or you resist the wokeness? Because I do sense that in your stuff.
I mean, like sometimes I just feel like it is I feel like woke ism it could get like a little too extreme sometimes, but most of the time it's just like respect human rights.
I agree with that. I like that take right there, man. So tell me, I like your style. Are you influenced by any other producers, or you just came up with a style on your own of the way that you make your show and the way that you do your would you say that you're like maybe a comedian? I get a sense of comedy in what you do.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have
I,
any
d- I just
influences?
I describe it like news now as um a like kind of a talk show.
That's cool, man. News Now. Yeah, I like the whole setup and stuff like that. What do you use to do your editing?
Hmm?
What do you use to edit it?
Oh, hold up. I think it's called like WavePad.
Okay. I'm using something called DaVinci Resolve. It's free, and it's just as good as Premiere. I was using Premiere Pro for a while, but you ain't got to pay no, cycling dues or anything. I mean, DaVinci Resolve is straight up free, and it's used by professionals. It's a great program. But I'm a fan of your work, man. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
So, what's your plans with you? Do you watch Jackson Hinkle? Do you watch like what are the producers that you be watching?
A lot of the people I watch are socialists, people like that. Vosh,
Okay.
Hassan, Shark,
Okay. What do you know about socialism? What's your understanding of socialism?
I feel like a lot of times people think socialism is just like another way of saying communism, which I feel like, in my personal opinion, liberalism is closer to communism than socialism in some regards.
So what do you think is the difference between socialism and communism first? Because there's a lot of different, theories on that.
Well, it's more the people in those camps. A lot of the people a lot of people who self-identify as socialists are a lot more um with opinions on gun rights. I feel like socialists believe a lot heavily more on gun rights than communists.
Okay. And what do you think? So besides gun rights, is there any other? So you'd say that maybe communists are a little bit more authoritarian than
Yeah.
socialists? Yeah, I would definitely agree with that particular bent myself, and I'm actually, to tell you the truth, quite uncomfortable with that because sometimes the executives try to make decisions for people on the ground. For example, right, like the let's take a look at like school lunch. I don't know if you're going to public school or anything like that, but they serve those school lunch, and it's like jail food kind of. It's institutional. They make it like mass produced. It's not very healthy at all, right? But the thing
It's
is,
really not.
it really
I've
isn't.
had the cheeseburgers at my school a couple times. I'm pretty sure it's not even anywhere healthy.
If the adults
Still
had to
taste
eat it, they wouldn't take that. The adults would not
still
accept
tastes
that.
like kind of good though, like a 6 out of 10, you know.
Like honestly, we can do better. And the fact of the matter is that it's just true for a lot of things that the education gets. They also waste a lot of money on computers and stuff with these cycling contracts. There's so many, and they're not really teaching you so many life skills. But never mind that yet. But the thing is that the people who are running the school lunch, for example, they will not when the administrators come down, they don't talk to the kids and say, hey, what do you think about the food? How do you think we can improve it? The end user or the people working, they ask the boss, and the boss says everything's going great. You get what I mean? They're only going to represent one side of the truth. So when the Communist Party leaders, I'm not saying I'm against communism in general, right? Pro workers, that sounds cool. There's cool parts. I see it as a tools based approach. But let's talk about that. First of all, you went into the socialism range, but I've actually been a socialist for like 30 plus years. I'm actually meeting tonight with actually one of the French. He has an international perspective on socialism, right? We know that socialism kind of like started in France. Nowadays, we take at Haas, we look at these other cats. They talk a lot about Chinese socialism, stuff like that. What do you have Kim Jong Il on your wall, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nixon. So yeah. So
It
tell me
is
about
it's
yeah. It's an
ironic,
interesting
I must
mix.
add.
Okay. So do you have a certain socialism model you like? By the way, I also did an interview on my channel with a guy from Grenada, supposed the only non-violent revolution of socialist government that took over. And you could look that up. There was a guy named Maurice Bishop. It's an interesting story. Um, but yeah, what's your experience with or do you have like a certain style of socialism that you study or you like more?
I feel like anarcho-socialism is definitely more preferable.
I like that. I'm that myself, to tell you the truth. Keep going.
Um,
How'd you come to that
but
conclusion?
well, authoritarian socialism is just basically communism. But if the anarcho-socialism would not be authoritarian communism.
Yeah, preserve freedom and not oppress people, right? That would be nice.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an ideal state. All right, cool, man. I could dig that. Yeah. So, um, with your stuff that's coming out, do you have any plans to develop, maybe like make a movie, or you're gonna keep doing like that's your style now that you've locked in this news program with? I think it's a hot take, man. Honestly, I think you're the only kid out there doing it like yourself. I think you're a very unique product, and I think you could blow up quick. I think any moment you're ready to blow. That's just me. It's a unique product. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Bro, as an android.
Wait. Yeah. I have this meeting coming up. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Thoughts on Android versus iPhone?
Android versus iPhone. Well, okay. What do you think about that?
Personally, it's iPhone's just better.
Have you heard about something called right to repair?
Heard of it, don't know exactly what it means though.
Okay. You've so one thing that's crazy is that you play cell phone games.
No, not really.
You know, the
I
loot
mostly
boxes are re-changing the way that back in my day we would pay like $50 and we had this dope ass game, but nowadays you buy everything as a service. So iPhone, what they did was they make it so let's suppose that I cracked the screen on my phone, right? Yeah, I could take it to a phone shop and get it repaired. But now what they did was your screen has an ID in it that's locked to the phone itself. So if you try to change the screen out, it's not going to work. You have to buy a new one. That's
I
the
just
iPhone thing. Yeah, go ahead.
I just feel like iPhones are just better in general though.
They are technically better. Yeah, I was thinking about getting one, but I'm Korean, so I want Samsung. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. So yeah, man. What are you gonna do with your material? You're gonna keep are you gonna keep coming out with the material as you are now?
Yeah, I'm currently I haven't started doing research, but I'm should probably start doing research soon about, the midterms and all that and the results.
Do you think most kids are on the left nowadays, or do you think that there's a being anti-woke is also getting super hip now too?
Yeah, being
So,
anti-woke is definitely like the kind of the cool new thing. As someone in middle school, I can kind of, with knowledge of what other kids say and in like the general political sense, that I don't feel like kids know they're being political when they say like those things, but like
it becomes a
they
meme.
are.
It becomes a meme. So they say it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's kind of cool because everybody knows the reference and they're like, ah, I got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a quick way up, But the thing is it really conscious, or are they just, a lot of that is marketed to them, by the industry? So I really appreciate you, man. I think you got a dope show. Um, any that so wait a second. How, now the thing is that there's a lot of people running around with theories, but I would look for people that have practical experience and success in terms of some type of implementation, right? So, it's cool that there's all these thought leaders online and stuff. Who'd you say you watched again? Vosh? That's cool.
Yeah.
Um, how'd you get into Vosh, by the way?
Hold up. Is there this like there's this corn YouTuber guy. He's all about corn, isn't he?
I don't know.
It's corn. It's
Okay,
corn. There's his entire thing is corn. I don't hold up. I
I
know
believe it.
that. I know I don't know his name, but I know that's like his whole thing. I watched like the first 20 seconds, maybe like a minute or two of his video and then just clicked off it. I was probably in a hurry. Um but then all of a sudden the next thing I knew, I was listening to Drag Political Compass rap.
Oh yeah. Oh, you like rap? Do you rap?
I'm not gonna rap, bruh.
But maybe you'll drop something for your thing, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Drop something in the intro. Make one of those dope intros or outro or something. Yeah. We'll see what you come up with. That would be cool. All right, I feel you. Yeah. So all right. So what's coming up in the future? You have any particular political topics you're gonna cover soon?
Nah, it's mostly just, whatever comes up.
What do you think is the most important thing that that your generation needs to take care of?
I'd say, the environment,
I agree.
people's rights, just like I feel like all of that is just like it's too hard to explain because it's like so first you got to take care of this, but then you got to do this as well as that. Just try if you hear something you don't understand, research it, and if you and what you find, make the best possible solution you can think of in your head.
Hey, quick question.
Try to
What are you learning about in school nowadays?
learning about in school, math,
Okay, what kind of math?
kind of What I'm learning specifically,
Geometry,
geometry.
slope of a line or some crap like that, quadratic equation.
I'm learning about the XY axis and how that works,
Okay.
and
Now, is this
integers.
actually useful for your real life?
Probably not,
Okay.
honestly.
Well, the thing is that, right? One thing that I really want to challenge the educational system itself, okay? We take a look at the results that we're getting in this country versus what, and the thing is that if school was such a good thing for you, right? Yeah, Asian American men have dominated academics or school since the 80s, but you don't really know about us as leaders or activists, which is weird, right? It's about political power. And the fact is that your school should be teaching you, right, about how government works, about how, a lot of people feel like they can't make a difference. It should be teaching about how you can make a difference. It should be teaching you how to, like, run your bank account and what's going on with, like, why these senators are able to do insider trading, right? That we saw have you heard about the crypto market collapse?
And it would for it to collapse, it had to be a thing in the first place, which it really wasn't. It was honestly destined to fail, in my opinion.
The billions of dollars went down, billions. So yeah, you look at the educational system once again. Um, the outcomes are really poor, and the amount of cost has come. When we look at like the internet, it's made the availability of education cheaper than ever. In fact, tell me this, right? Yo, does your teacher be showing videos from YouTube in the classroom? Yo, I swear to God.
Yes.
Yo, like stop that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, what? Like, just the information is free out there. Why are we paying? You know what I mean? Like making these kids. And I'm not mad at like public school because it's not that bad, which is not that great either, by the way. But the college education, the price of it is insanely, ridiculously expensive. There's no reason for it to cost that amount of money. There's absolutely no reason for us to saddle our children with this level of debt. They could just spend $100 to learn that, like max. They don't need to spend thousands. Uh, you guys need to fight for that. I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's straight. Y'all getting sucker punched like just because you're politically weak. Politically weak must be persecuted. Sorry, it's
Yeah.
just reality. Yeah.
It's like literally the professor should basically just tell you, okay, search this term up, click on page 7, there's this article there, you can read it. Okay, class, that's it for today. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing. So yo, man, I hope that you get on with some other producers soon, man. You should contact some other, you know, there's a lot of network of producers making political content, and I think that you can make the rounds pretty quickly and easily. You got a cool product. All right,
Uh
go ahead. So actually, why
yeah.
don't you share your product with my audience? How do you say your name? How can they find your stuff? Are you just on YouTube? You have a Rumble as well. Let them know. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what Rumble is.
Oh no? Okay. What about
No.
Odyssey?
Odyssey?
BitChute? No?
No, I don't know what Odyssey is. I have Truth Social though.
Okay.
I have 0 followers on there
Yeah.
because 0 people have an account besides Trump.
I haven't signed up for that, but I want to sign up just to. I really should. I try to get involved on everybody's stuff. I'm on all the mailing lists and I go to the meetings because I know what's actually going on, not what the people who the leadership is telling, the news
Yeah.
reporters. Yeah. If you want to know about that stuff, just holler at me. I am on Discord. Yeah. DJL7.com has links to all my stuff. How can people find your stuff? They want to watch your. I recommend it.
Um
I like this kid's comment.
all my socials are linked on my YouTube, and it's in the title of the stream.
Okay.
So just like copy and paste it or type it. I don't know. It's not that long of a thing. And you can see all the links on like my front page channel. And you can just
Is anybody in the
see.
chat right now? Do you see? Are you on? I'm gonna take a look before I go. Yeah, let's see if anybody's in the chat. Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. Let's see. Oh no, I don't
And
see.
you can see all the links on like my front page channel.
don't see anybody in the chat right now. Okay, that's cool. All right, man. Yo, thanks for coming on, man. I guess that's good. All right.
Thanks for having me.
All right, peace, brother.